Global markets are opening the week on a cautious note, with investors balancing geopolitical risks in the Middle East against a packed calendar of earnings and economic data. Shares edged higher across Asia, while oil prices remained largely flat as markets reacted to mixed signals around the Middle East conflict. Brent crude held near $108.35 a barrel after recovering from earlier losses, while U.S. crude slipped slightly to around $101.85. Investor sentiment remained tentative, with markets choosing to wait for clearer signs of progress in easing tensions. Attention remained firmly on the Strait of Hormuz, where disruptions have stalled global shipping. U.S. President Donald Trump said Washington would begin efforts to free stranded vessels, with support from 15,000 troops, aircraft, and naval assets, though details of the plan remain unclear. Iran, meanwhile, said it was reviewing a U.S. response to its latest proposal, reportedly delivered via Pakistan, but Trump indicated the offer was unlikely to be accepted. Reports of fresh attacks on vessels near Iranian waters have added to uncertainty, raising doubts over how quickly shipping can resume even with military support. In equity markets, Asia-Pacific shares rose, led by a strong rebound in South Korean stocks, while Chinese blue chips slipped slightly. Trading remained thin due to a holiday in Japan, with futures pointing to modest gains. European and U.S. futures also edged higher, as investors prepared for a heavy week of corporate earnings. Major companies set to report include AMD, Disney, McDonald's, and Palantir. Analysts say corporate earnings growth remains strong, with S&P 500 profits rising sharply, though markets have shown limited reaction to positive surprises. At the same time, concerns are building over rising investment in artificial intelligence, with spending forecasts for 2026 climbing significantly above earlier estimates. Rising oil prices have also renewed inflation concerns, pushing bond yields higher and prompting a more cautious stance from central banks. Markets now expect little to no rate cuts from the U.S. Federal Reserve this year, while expectations for rate hikes have increased in Europe and the UK. Australia's central bank is also widely expected to raise rates again this week. Upcoming U.S. jobs data will be closely watched, with forecasts pointing to slower employment growth and potential weakness in the labor market. In currency markets, the dollar held steady against the yen and euro, as traders awaited further developments in the Gulf. Gold prices eased slightly but remained within recent ranges. In India, markets opened higher, supported by stable oil prices and optimism around earnings. The Nifty 50 and Sensex both gained around 0.80% in early trade, with auto stocks leading the rally on strong sales data. With geopolitical tensions unresolved and key economic data ahead, global markets are likely to remain sensitive to both headlines and fundamentals in the days to come.